Honorable Charles Idahosa, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and former Commissioner for Information in Edo State, in this interview with Temidayo, he speaks on the leadership crisis in the party at the national level, the controversy over zoning in the 2023 presidential election, and other issues. The crisis in the PDP at the national level is getting more intense over who controls the structure. Don't you think it will have adverse effects on the 2023 general elections? He responded, "Definitely. I'm so sad about the level of crisis rocking the PDP in almost all the states. In fact, the one in APC is worse. You see, people seem to be counting my days in PDP when I followed Governor Godwin Obaseki. No, I'm a founding member of the PDP. I was in Jos for the convention that produced ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo. We worked for Obasanjo, but the PDP I'm seeing now is strange. I can't even function in the party anymore. But I had to go back to the PDP because I left there in 2004 when there was this kind of problems of dictators trying to hold the party as if it's their father's property. In Edo State, we just finished the war against godfatherism, where the comrade Governor Adams Oshomole tried to muscle everybody just because he supported Obaseki to be governor. You don't do things like that. Governor Nyesom Wike and Uche Secondus are friends, so they should settle their differences amicably. Wike is a young man, so it is godfather and godson's fight that we are seeing in Rivers State, but unfortunately it is affecting the national because Wike seems to have a grip of the party. The National Working Committee is divided. Governors are divided, so there is no way it won't affect the party. In October, National Convention, Wike has an ambition, so he knows who is going to project that will protect his political interests. So the intrigues are still there. Edo has succeeded in uprooting our godfather, so Rivers State should follow suit. No matter the issue now, I still give credit to Governor Wike and Secondus because they played a major role in saving Obaseki when they discovered that Oshomole was going to rubbish him. So personally, I still owe them gratitude. My advice now is that they should look for a way to settle because they are close friends. But unfortunately too, the APC is not better. The crisis there is worse than the one in PDP. So we are still watching closely because I still see myself as part and parcel of the APC because we formed it and because of the circumstances, we left them and it's just unfortunate." On his opinion, if he sees Secondus returning his position during the convention, Chief Charles Idahosa stated, "I just pray that the October convention will see the light of day. As you can see, there is no state in the country that you do not have one political crisis or the other. In Edo State now, those of us that followed Obaseki are being regarded as second-class PDP. Can you imagine that? We can't even say anything anymore as party leaders. But I feel very sorry for the younger ones because I'm not going for any political position again in my life. I ran for governorship primaries against Oshomole. I was rigged out. I ran for Senate. There was no election at all. I held various positions as a politician in the state. I've paid my dues politically, so I'm nearing retirement now. The only election I was given an opportunity to contest and I won was the local government council election. That is why I still remain grateful to the late General Sani Abacha. There was no imposition, no manipulation, no godfatherism. I just picked form, went for election and won. Every other election after that became impossible because of the way our political leaders take it, because they feel that Charles Idahosa is too wise and stubborn. He won't listen to them. So they denied me all other election I ran for in the state. In the senatorial election I ran for, we just sat down in the sitting room of one of the leaders and he just said, "We have given the position to somebody. The rest of you can go." The funniest thing is that the 1 million I paid is still with them. They didn't deem it fit to return one kobo to me. Do you advise Goodluck Jonathan to join the APC and run for presidency again, judging from the current rumors in that regard? He replied, "I don't really know. I don't see where the two political parties are heading, to be frank with you. Yes, I have a feeling that Goodluck Jonathan is up to something. He would like to right the wrongs because of the way he came and how he left. I think if he's given the opportunity, he would come, but I see the two political parties fielding a northern candidate because there's no political south. There is a political north, and the average southerner underrates the northerner. Anytime I say this, some people don't like it. that the average Northerners are more politically aware than the Southerners. In the South, we are divided, but in the North, they are one when it comes to political matters. They speak Hausa, but here, the Igbo man is different, the Yoruba man is different, the Ijaw man is different, likewise, the Edo man. When they created Midwest, the Edo man wanted to stay in Ibadan, but they drove them away saying Akpata is not Apata. Ayomide is not Ayomide, and all of that. But in the north, Emir then made sure that everybody spoke Hausa language. But in the west, they did not allow us to speak Yoruba. The Ikwere man speaks Ikwere language. He will not speak Igbo. Meanwhile, he is Igbo. In fact, a good example is Jonathan. He's an Ijaw man. When you look at his name, he's an Igbo man. Jonathan Ebele Azikiwe. So at the end of the day, I'm seeing two political parties going up north to pick their candidates. So if Jonathan decides to run, the Northerners will try to convince their people, but it will be very difficult because if APC brings someone from the north and PDP does the same, the north will win. Because no matter how poor an Hausa security man is, he must afford to buy a radio and listen to BBC Hausa service. They hear information much more than our people, even at our level of education. We think they don't have sense, but they are in charge. So if Jonathan comes out for presidency, they will deceive him and he will be beaten hands down. He should keep his dignity as it is now rather than going to mess up the good name he has built. So in 2023, I see President Muhammadu Buhari handing over to another Northerner. I can stake my money on it, whether it is APC or PDP. The next Nigerian president will come from the north, quote me. Next, he was asked, former military head of state Ibrahim Babangida in his recent interview said corruption under President Muhammadu Buhari is worse than previous governments in the history of the country. Do you agree with him? No, I don't agree with that. Babangida started corruption in this country. He's the genesis of all these things happening now. He was the one that started bribing army officers with cars to avoid coup. I listened to him in that interview. How can he say that corruption is more pronounced under President Muhammadu Buhari? Does he know the meaning of corruption? The value of the naira at that time? The world economy as at that time, it is not what it is today. Things were better in his time. And if life was a little bit easier, but that doesn't mean that the present leadership is bad. I think he should just stay in his mansion in Mina and stop saying things that are not. President Muhammadu Buhari is doing his best. It's just that the world economy is bad and things are generally tough globally. This is shocking. Chief Charles Idahosa in this interview has just stated that he can he can place a bet that if Goodluck Jonathan dares contest for the 2023 general election, that he's going to be beaten hands down, and he gave his reasons that the North are more united than every other part of the country. Now that is why it looks as though they are the ones leading because they are united, but we don't have that over here. Well, guys, let's hear your own thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, click on the like button. And if it's your first time, you're very welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button. God bless you. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.